Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Minorities Podcast, your home for not-so-expert analysis, plenty of shit talking, and in the case of at least one person on this podcast, a lot of tears. I'm your host, JC, your resident Titans fan, trying my very best to stay warm here. Joining me, we got...
Chicken Wing, the Oracle, I'm still here. Fuck all of you.
Hey, what's up? This is Rob, the good luck charm, evidently. Go Lions. Yeah.
Shut up, Poe. That damn good luck charm. Fuck out of here.
This is DJ. Fuck everything.
This is Phil, the brand new Lions fan. Go Lions.
Day one, sir. Day one.
See that, Rob?
Yep. Like those people.
Hey, my team's out. My team's out. I got to root for someone.
Like those people my age are always like, I've been a Houston Texas fan my whole life. Motherfucker, no, you haven't. So. Shit.
I mean, I have been, JC, since inception, 2002.
Fuck you. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Nori is running a little late. He'll jump on as soon as he can. But we're going to spend some time talking about the crazy Super Wildcard weekend full of postponements, snow, water bottles freezing instantaneously, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Andy Reid's mustache.
Yeah.
Yes.
Among other things. We'll talk a bit about some sports news, overreact a few things, and then discuss the divisional round, how that's going to shape up. Let's get started, though, with the wildcard round. How did our results come out of this? Nori went 5-1, good enough for 20 points on our bracket challenge. Rob and myself went 4-2 for 16 points each. DJ Chicken Wing 3-3 got 12 points, and Phil 2-4, 8 points there. But still anybody's game except for me, because my bracket's pretty much fucked to hell at this point. The way to go, Cleveland. That's my fault.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Well, Nori's not here, so Rob, let's talk a bit about wildcard weekend for you. Any surprises you had? Any regret picks that you might have made?
A surprise? The number 2 seed. Sorry, TJ. Number 2 seed Dallas Cowboys getting not just like beaten, but like smacked around at home, where they hadn't been beaten in almost a year. 2 years now?
16 games.
16
games.
16 home games.
16 home games. That's over a year's worth of games. So, like,
yeah,
that's crazy. Like, and you just got smacked around by the 7 seed. Yeah, didn't see that coming.
Playoff system
Was not on my bingo card, but yeah, no, everything else I'm okay with. Especially the Cry Eagles Cry losing to. Yeah, the Bucks, yeah.
Obviously, mine is regret taking Cleveland. Then again, I can't get a Houston pick right to save my fucking life. But in the case of Cleveland's like thinking they can do anything in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, that franchise. You think maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the chance they kind of break through that. Now, same old Cleveland Browns. So,
Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys. Regarding Dallas Green Bay, look, I picked Dallas. They're at home. If they were going to lose, I didn't think it was going to be a blowout the way it was. But yeah. So, well, speaking of which, DJ, you're up.
Yeah, my surprise pick is the Cowboys getting butt fucked by the Green Bay Packers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what happened.
They don't call him Jordan Love for nothing.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
no.
Yeah. The damn near start to finish, it wasn't even close. I don't really care what the final score was. It was a massacre. And I was physically disgusted. I was sick to my stomach because you basically have a path to the NFC Championship game. I'm not saying you would have gone to the Super Bowl because I picked the Niners to go there anyway. But you have a path to the NFC Championship game carved out for you. You need the Eagles to lose, and they're going to potentially lose to the Giants or the Cardinals, or in their case, both. Mm-hmm. And they did that. It wasn't likely, but they did that. Okay, cool. And now, Dallas, all you have to do is win a game at the end of the season. You're going to get the second seed. Oh, look, we did that too. So cool. Literally, 2 home games, silver platter. We don't lose at home. We score almost 40 points a game at home. Blah blah blah. And then we show up, and Green Bay says, "Oh, watch this." And Aaron Jones seems to have claimed ownership of Dallas. He can have it because there wasn't any resistance at all. So that was my surprise. Outside of that, I mean, I did pick Cleveland to beat Houston, but I'm really not surprised that Houston won just because of well CJ Stroud's been playing, and he wasn't in the MVP conversation for no reason. So watching him go out there and perform, it's not really a shocker. Also fuck Jerry Jones. Moving on.
Wow. Well said. I think you spoke for the group here. We're not even Dallas fans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But hey, Jerry Jones is going to be Jerry Jones, and we'll take it.
This is true.
Fuck them.
So I think I was the only one who picked the Eagles last week.
That was a
let's
mistake.
see.
Yeah, that was a head scratcher.
So
yeah,
I'll take it. I'll take that as my surprise pick. I mean, I didn't think they were that bad, but I guess they are. They got destroyed. At least Dallas put up some points.
yeah.
Baker was out there slinging it.
Yeah, he was.
No problem doing it too.
No, he was looking damn good. So yeah, that one. I'd say that was my surprise.
Isn't that right, Rob? Just looking great, huh?
Go Lions.
What are you gonna say when they meet in the playoffs?
Which is happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. That's exactly what he's saying.
Chicken Wing, did we get to yours? brother?
No,
Okay, go for it.
no.
Okay.
DJ spoke for us, so.
Okay.
Well, damn. All right. Well, shit. I mean, what's this? Oh, my bad. I mean, I don't have any regrets. I mean, considering Cleveland was probably the biggest surprise of how bad they got beat. But I don't have any regret. Well, I did. I do have regrets. I regret thinking that Miami fixed all their shit and got their shit together and beat a human Kansas City team. Not even like Kansas City from 2-3 years ago. Kansas City, just like a normalized. They can bleed Kansas City, and they obviously couldn't do it. So, I mean,
they broke Mahomes' helmet though. That was cool.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That
They
was
did.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that game was intense. It was, I mean, just the weather and everything. The game was
Awful
nuts.
to play in. Like for the fact
Yeah.
that they played it, and then
Should they
Miami.
have played it? I know it's cold. There's no moisture and everything like
Yep.
that. But I mean, is that something they're going to look at?
Yep.
Because helmets breaking when it hits like that. Oof. That's obviously they're going to be studying that. Like, at what temperature is a helmet safe? You know. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Then at that point, if a helmet is breaking, imagine what kind of torture the body's going through.
oh yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
So-
So, I mean, outside of that, that's probably my regret is thinking that Miami was going to clean it up and beat a human Kansas City team. But outside of that, no. I mean, fuck the Eagles. They're gone. My Christmas present came early. Cowboys are out, so that's because, like I said, I don't care what nobody says. Cowboys were the biggest threat in the NFC when it comes to the 49ers. So
No, they weren't because McCarthy was the head coach. There's no way.
Yeah.
okay. Talent-wise, yes, they are. But McCarthy, you're right. Coaching-wise, yeah, no, McCarthy's a head coach. So
Yeah,
that's
fuck that
always gonna
guy.
be
It's,
the advantage
it's,
we're gonna
it's
have.
wild to me how this weekend played out. Six
Really?
games. Five of them are blowouts, essentially.
Finger fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only
Yeah.
Detroit and the Rams was a close one, and man, that was a game. That was amazing. That was fun.
That
to
really
watch.
was a game.
That crowd. I love that they were showing the celebrities in the crowd, and they made sure to highlight a 66-year season ticket holder.
Yes.
And Benjamin Cap was his
Yeah.
name. That was seeing
That was awesome.
the look on his face when they got the victory at the end was just amazing. So
It was definitely amazing. I mean,
yeah,
So somebody made the meme. Somebody made the perfect meme when it came to fucking the like what you said, JC. The games and being blowouts and stuff. Uh, they reference WWE and they put every game was like every other game was Brock Lesnar, fucking squash matching everybody. But between the Lions and the Rams, it was basically. And then DJ, I know you know this one. This was I think WrestleMania X8, the feud between Austin and The Rock and how they were going at each
Oh, yeah.
other in the promo. It was just like that.
Yeah.
It was just a perfect description of how it was. Like those teams were evenly matched, and believe it or not, I was shitting my bricks when LA was catching up and Detroit wasn't scoring anymore. I was like, no, we don't need this to happen. We don't need this. We need LA to win. For my own selfish reasons. So, but yeah, hats off to Detroit. For real. Hats off to Detroit. First win in 31 years. Speaking of anniversaries, I totally forgot today. Bows up to Brandon. 12 years
Yes.
now. He's been gone. And
Yeah,
so,
good buddy Brandon passed away 12 years ago today. Big time Houston sports fan. He's from Houston originally. I'm sure he'd be happy with the Texans right now with CJ Stroud, and I'd be giving him shit about how much the Texans are
he'd
going
be
to find a way to
ecstatic.
blow it. Yes, so
he'd be like, "See, I told you, JC. I fucking told you."
he for sure would be on this podcast talking a whole bunch of shit.
All the shit in
But
the world.
he would be in my corner defending the Astros for all this other shit people just can't get over, Nori. So
I mean,
yeah.
Is he wrong though?
Jeez. Let it go, people. Let it go.
Asterisk.
Yeah, fuck you. All right.
So here's something crazy about the Detroit game. So right now, I saw this article pop up today. TickPick reports that the average purchase price of a ticket for the game is $1,186. Average price
That's insane.
for that dang Detroit game. 96% more expensive than the
ridiculous.
previous 96 more expensive than the previous most expensive divisional round game between the 49ers and Cowboys last season, where the average was $605 per ticket.
I mean,
And a loss.
it's been a long
Go
time,
on.
and
Yeah,
Detroit's getting
a lot of
another
people in
home game out of
Detroit.
this. So yeah,
Detroit has a lot of fans. They can finally come out of the
it's the whole
woodwork.
state of Michigan rooting for him. That's the biggest thing. People are traveling for that. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure there'll be another promo by Eminem getting them fired up for this one because this is going to be huge. And the trash talk has already started. And all I'm going to say to the Lions that are just kind of saying this and that, just don't give Baker Mayfield bulletin board material. Please don't. Okay, just don't. Just go out there.
My God.
Yeah. So.
Already did.
Yeah. Now, Rob, I got to ask you. I know you say Lions fan, deep down you're a Bucks fan, except for the whole Baker Mayfield thing. So, how pissed off were you watching Monday Baker just destroy the Eagles like that?
I mean, called the Eagles losing on the last podcast, so.
But that bad?
I didn't think it'd be that bad, but I don't know. I think a big thing was the Eagles losing AJ Brown pretty early in that game.
Well, they didn't play at all. I think he was hurt the
last game.
Yeah.
Was it last week? Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, he was out
So,
early.
He.
I got
could have swore he played 2 or 3 snaps or something, but.
But do you honestly think he would have made a difference? Like, let's be real. Let's be real here, guys. Would it have made that much of a difference?
No.
I mean,
he's not missing tackles on defense. I mean,
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, their defense is trash. So.
that defense was, and they couldn't tackle to save their lives. Oh my god!
when Ray Lewis
I
is
mean,
getting frustrated.
Ray Lewis is pissed off watching that team miss tackles. Ray Lewis is losing his mind on the Manning cast. That should tell you something.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure Jason Kelsey just
Go ahead.
Jason Kelsey that's why he's retiring after that game.
Okay.
He's like,
I'm
you know
done.
what? I'm
done.
a social media star now. I'm a celebrity. And
13 years playing in the center of the offensive line, getting beat up. Pass rush is getting at Jalen Hurts. Hurts isn't doing a whole lot with it.
Nah.
Maybe he's been around the game long enough to see something's not right. And whether it's Sirianni or the GM or the culture there, who knows? But I mean, that 10-1 looks like a fluke so long ago, doesn't it? 1-6 since then. Like, wow. And
it's amazing. I mean,
you could tell after the
Sirianni
game
is
Kelsey was
off.
retiring. Just him talking to his offensive line coach and the look on that guy's face was like,
yeah, you
yeah,
could tell he was done.
yeah.
You
I'm
could tell he
done.
wants to hang it up, and
So-
it sucks,
I'm done,
right? That's
coach.
not the way you want to go out. Like I get it.
Mhm.
Like I'm not a Jason Kelsey hater by any means. Like it really sucks. I
No,
really
you're just
feel
a
for the dude.
hater overall.
Yeah, no,
I hate your fucking
no. He's
organization.
No, I'm the
legit.
hater of the
He's,
Eagles. Not
yeah,
him.
he's a legit one of the best centers to ever play the game. I
Facts.
mean,
For sure.
Huge
So-
facts. But I do have a legitimate question. Like I get it. Obviously, you obviously don't want your team to get pieced out, especially this early in the playoffs. But on a serious question, do you think, DJ, it was the defense that just ruined it for y'all? Not your offense, but your defense.
I think it was Mike McCarthy that ruined it for us because he didn't have us ready to play. That's
McCarthy got
what I believe it
outcoached.
is.
Oh, for sure. Hands
Exactly.
down, no questions asked.
So
There's no argument to
You,
that.
you have LaFleur outcoached him, number one. Number two, you can tell from the beginning of the game, Cowboys didn't show up ready to play, which is also a nod to coaching. I'm not going to say it's all McCarthy because you got Dan Quinn out there. He should have been coaching up the defense.
Right.
But the point is, you're the head coach. Shit rolls downhill. They weren't ready to play, and he got outcoached. And what's worse is, when you're running the offense, this explosive offense, you're putting up almost 40 point game at home.
Yeah.
What you're trying is not working. Their plays were vanilla. They literally were running the same stuff over and over, hoping it worked. That's crazy.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't your defense known for playing zone, and y'all were playing man?
Wrong. They're
Other
known
way
for
around?
playing man, and they were
Okay.
playing zone, which also doesn't make sense because you had success playing man, but you're like, you know what? I'm just going to keep playing zone. Like
Yeah,
you're
that was-
watching
that
this
was the
stuff
head
happen,
scratcher for
and you
me.
don't make an adjustment. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Somehow this game was Kellen Moore's fault too.
Yeah, there's Nori. I was waiting for him to say
Yep.
something here. So,
There it is.
Yay!
Definitely Kellen Moore's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, from the very beginning, just from Green Bay winning the coin toss, saying we're going to receive, and taking that first drive, and Dallas commits like 2 penalties that could have killed the drive. Green Bay gets a touchdown out of it, and then just doesn't look back. So it was just from the start.
Exactly.
Put the foot on the gas and don't let up. Which that's how you should do high-powered offenses, because you already know that they have that capability of scoring. Now, their Achilles heel, ironically, is the red zone offense. They're fucking almost the worst in the league with that. Well, they're in the bottom half. Let me rephrase. They're in the bottom half of the league.
Yeah, they used to be damn near the worst. You're right. They used to be damn near the worst, and they improved slightly, which is why they're like bottom half, like you said. I mean,
Yeah,
but
and that's that.
you're not making any
crazy.
adjustments. It's vanilla. Like Green Bay's defensive coordinator was like, "Wow, they're running the same shit over and over. I don't have to do much except send my team out and say, hey, be ready for this,' and then that's what they're doing." Like it's crazy.
And
Like
it's
that
crazy.
pick six
Like,
I had a
Dak
good
threw.
time.
you
That
know,
pick six Dak threw was ridiculous.
it's crazy. Like okay, so Green Bay's front four on the defensive side of the ball, it's like a middle of the pack. Like they can pressure, but they really typically don't, right? But it's weird because on the other side of that, on the flip side of that, Dallas's front four is arguably scary given the right circumstances, but they couldn't get to love, and if they did,
I
it
don't know.
took them too long. It's just,
I don't know if you guys covered this already. They're not firing Mike McCarthy.
We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah,
to
we
that.
get
We're
that.
about to
We
get
got
there.
that.
We're
I've
getting there.
already.
Yeah.
I told. Yeah, that guy can fuck off. But yeah, we already know about that.
We're gonna discuss
That's fantastic.
That too. Yes.
That is so fantastic.
Yeah.
I guess I can jump into some of the sports news. We already mentioned Jason Kelsey has pretty much announced his retirement.
Actually, no, he hasn't. This
Oh.
breaking. He is. I'm looking at these news. He went on the air today saying, "No, I wouldn't announce." He's like can't make that kind of decision in the moment. I was just very emotional because I haven't really made a decision yet. So now drama has set in. But
there we go.
Okay.
he says
And
he is not
He's not made a decision,
Decided
so he
yet.
could still retire.
Oh,
could still not retire
right.
at this point. Yeah.
Right,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing is he's now going to draw more viewers to his podcast. Cool, got it. Go ahead.
All right.
Love
Yep.
it.
College level, Caleb Williams and J.J. McCarthy, arguably the two best quarterbacks right now in college football, have both declared for the NFL draft.
Nice.
Yep. Balls in your court, Chicago. What do you do?
Yep.
And
Bring back Justin Fields.
we were talking last week about Nick Saban. The latest news when we recorded last week was Nick Saban announcing his retirement from coaching. And within a day, Bama had a replacement. Kalen DeBoer, yes, the head coach of the University of Washington, who apparently is not only leaving Washington as they make their move to the Big Ten to join the SEC and to take over Alabama, he's also bringing his offensive coordinator with him.
Yep.
When it rains, it pours. But obviously, with today's college football dynamics, coaching changes, retirements, the transfer portal just opened up the floodgates. Biggest one, of course, was receiver Isaiah Bond leaving Alabama and transferring to Texas as they make their move into the SEC. Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, Arch Manning decided to enter the transfer portal after Quinn Ewers announced he was returning for his senior season at the University of Texas. So,
Another news, I heard Harbaugh also interviewed at my Atlanta.
Sure did.
jeez, how these interviews happening. The funniest one to me is Bill Belichick apparently interviewing with Atlanta. Did you just see that interview question? Tell me about a time you overcame the odds and to victory. And he starts talking about the Super Bowl in 2083. Really? You're going to bring that up in that interview? Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a great meme. I love that. I love every second of that meme.
But yeah, Harbaugh has looked at NFL options. He's also potentially negotiating a contract to extend with Michigan. Rumor has it also adding some language that would give him immunity from being fired for anything that results from the NCAA investigation into what happened this past
So in other words, if he cheats, allegedly, then he's fine.
year. He's fine. They can't do a damn thing about it. So
Okay.
supposedly he's trying to get that language added. That's rumors. Who knows if it's true? Who knows how rumors handle it? But quite frankly, if he decides to stay at Michigan, why wouldn't you want that language in there? I know it's under his watch, but how much did he really know? Nobody knows. So yeah, a lot of stuff moving around. People transferring, coaches moving. South Alabama's apparently finalizing getting Major Applewhite as their head coach. And Bill Goldberg's son has committed to Colorado. Will play for Coach Prime over there. So just throwing that out there.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
So in other words, Goldberg is going to go speak to the team, is what I'm understanding.
Most likely, yeah.
Yes.
So
I could see that.
yeah.
I'm down for this.
And a little bit related to some of the schools here within the area. Star quarterback TJ Finley from Texas State has entered the transfer portal after the quarterback from the University of Arizona announced he was transferring out of Arizona and made it to Texas State. Decided to commit to Texas State, most likely competing with Finley for the job. And Finley said, nah, I just helped lead this team to their first bowl game ever, first bowl victory, and you're going to bring in another guy? So, yeah. That apparently is a little bit of drama heading in San Monica.
Drama.
Yeah. See how that plays out over there. So, but yes, biggest thing here, we thought, well, after the playoffs, maybe we'll see some more firings. Maybe Nick Sirianni. Who knows?
Nah, he's good.
He's good.
No, he's not going anywhere. That'd be crazy to fire him.
Nah,
I
he's
wouldn't
good.
put it past the Eagles. They fired Doug Peterson less than 2 years after he took him to Super Bowl, right? So, I
Yep.
mean,
Here's other good local news real quick before. I'm sorry, I don't want to derail, but Quentin Dormandy from Bernie was drafted in the first pick by the Brahmas for the UFL Super Draft. Orlando Guardians quarterback after Bernie High School.
nice.
Then so he's gonna be throwing for the Brahmas, local kid. That's kind of cool.
Cool.
That was pretty awesome. Playing in his hometown. So, let's see. And then, of course, the ACC FSU drama is playing out. We're just gonna let that play out and see what the hell comes out of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Phil doesn't want to talk about that a whole lot. But
I don't even like
Nori-
college football anymore.
Nori, DJ, I'm sure you guys want to talk about this. Yes, literally a couple hours before we started recording, I got the alert on my phone. Jerry Jones, despite saying that he was going to evaluate game by game what they were going to do as far as the head coaching position, suddenly says he's
We knew that was
100% behind Mike McCarthy staying as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys for 2024.
He's my
lied.
guy.
It's awesome. I cannot be happier as a Giants fan. Not only do the Eagles implode, which I'm enjoying this because next year they're probably going to be good again. But then Dallas implodes, and I'm thinking, oh crap, they're probably going to get a really good coach or promote Dan Quinn. Damn, I'm really afraid. and they did like the worst thing they could possibly do. It's too good. Honestly, Mike McCarthy has to have some blackmail in Jerry. There's no way. There's no way anybody logical, even Jerry with his dementia, there's no fucking way that he's like, all right, you lost in the first round. They didn't lose in the NFC Championship to a better 49ers team. You lost in the first round to Green Bay, who was just lucky to be there.
The
And
youngest,
they didn't just lose, they got
youngest
bodied.
team in history to win a playoff game, by the way. I'll put that out there, too.
They lost. They haven't lost, what is it, 16 games in a row that they won at home?
At home, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Their last
And you
loss
don't
was
fire the head
49ers.
coach? Oh, I don't know. That's wild. Like they're the Yankees of the world, and
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I think it's great, but I'll let DJ talk.
Well,
Oh,
before we
he-
get to
oh,
DJ,
he's
hold on a second. I'm just going to pile on for a little bit here. The only reason I could think that they made this move is that Jerry Jones reached out to Belichick, and maybe Belichick had no interest in coaching the Cowboys. Or maybe just they couldn't come to an end. Like he wanted to gauge his interest because it's one thing to say we're going to fire McCarthy and bring in Belichick, but there's got to be mutual interest, right? Lord knows that Belichick even wants to coach next year. That's the only reason I could think why he hasn't fired McCarthy. But it's kind
What
of
about Vrabel? Kick the tires on him.
Exactly. Like the freaking Patriots hired Gerard Mayo, basically promoted within.
Look what the Texans just did with a rookie head coach. Take a chance.
Why wouldn't you go after Vrabel? Exactly.
Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Yeah.
Literally the definition
He's
of
old
insanity.
and
So
senile.
And,
AKA the
so I-
Cowboys.
and Dan Quinn is
I-
potentially as good as gone. He's probably going to get a head coaching job somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
well, after this news, knowing he's shafted again because he probably should have got it last year. This is
definitely
kind of
got it
crazy.
last year.
At least last year, the 49ers, at least the game was close. It came down to the last play. This, if you actually saw the game, it was over in the fourth quarter. Green Bay put on all their backups.
It was over at halftime.
Basically.
Think about that. Like, I think they scored as many points at half. They could have won the game at halftime and not scored the rest, and they would have still beat the Cowboys. Basically,
That's just batshit insane to me.
Yeah.
And you don't fire him? Like I don't know. That's again, he's got to have some dirt on Jerry because that is just not rational for business sense for anything. Like you're the most profitable team in probably the world for all sports, probably more than soccer teams. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But whatever. It's great news for Giants fans and Eagles fans and Washington fans. It's pretty awesome.
Anybody else want to comment on this before we turn it to DJ?
I mean, he's 1-3 in the postseason.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. I'm blown away.
And Jerry got blown by Mike. Go on.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't know. I mean, he's had great regular seasons, but they cannot make it through the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, DJ, I know you came in pretty upset, pretty depressed. What do you want to say about all this?
Jerry Jones needs a yes man, which is the reason why Mike McCarthy still has a job. To your point, contacted Belichick potentially. My guess is he did, and Belichick probably hit him pretty quickly in that conversation with, "You're going to make me head of personnel. Personnel decisions are going to go through me, or we're not going to have a conversation." And Jerry didn't want to give that up. So Belichick's like, all right, I'm not doing this. So, like you said, if he could have said, okay, McCarthy, you're gone because we're bringing in Belichick. Oh, okay, cool. Blah, we'll go on. We're going. I'm sure Cowboys Nation would have been ecstatic about that with good reason. But when that didn't go through, who can I continue to have here and be my yes man? He's not going to challenge me. He's not going to argue with me. He's not going to, quote unquote, try to get more power, which could be for the betterment of the team. He's going to do what I say. And that's what McCarthy does.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to keep him there in that spot. I'm not going to go this extreme just yet because it hasn't been nearly that long yet, but this is shaping up to be another Jason Garrett situation where you keep a guy there because he continues to say yes to you and do what you say without challenging you.
Oh,
So
please,
he'll keep
please
doing
make me that lucky. Please, please let me
How
be that
long
and
was
lucky.
what's
Jason
going to
Garrett
happen
there
is,
too? By the way, I'm just curious.
I think
Like 8 years?
8 years? 8 years? Yeah, like 8 years.
It was a great time.
But so basically, what
here's
we'll have here is the winning playoff games won't really be important. It'll be okay. Well, look, the Cowboys are doing well in the regular season again. The Cowboys have 12 wins again. You know, win the division. Blah blah blah, and then playoff
Done.
failure.
Yeah.
Because I don't even care about the regular season anymore. This year, I was never concerned about the Cowboys making the playoffs because we were going to. It was only about the playoffs, and I was right to be concerned because look what happened.
Now everyone's piling McCarthy, this and that. How much of this gets put on Dak though?
A little bit.
well,
I don't put it.
yeah, I think
I don't
quite a
put.
bit.
If I have to put a percentage on there, McCarthy's getting 85% easy, and I'll tell you why. He's the one calling the offense. So when the Cowboys trot onto the field, running whatever play they're running, McCarthy's the one that called that in. Yes, Dak can audible. I completely understand that. But at the end of the day, when you're doing the same things over and over and over, different formations, but the same concept, teams are going to pick up on that. There have been multiple players across this league that have said the Cowboys' plays are vanilla. They keep on doing the same stuff. Green Bay, I guarantee you, LaFleur said, y'all go in here and study tape. They sat there and studied tape for hours. They watched different games. And so they knew what was coming. So at halftime, as a head coach, when you see your offense is not able to do what it has been doing at home all season, you should make adjustments. He didn't. I watched the Cowboys come out in the third quarter and continue trying to run the same shit and continue getting the same result. They started moving the ball down the field and getting points late in the game when Green Bay said, fuck it. We'll just play. We'll play tonight, give up the big play. Y'all can pick up any yards you want. Cool, no big deal. We got 48 points. You're not catching us.
Yeah,
48,
here's something else though. Like Dak, he's in the final year of his contract, and it's a big one. He's like over 4 years, $160 million, and he's hitting 60 million against the salary cap, second highest in the NFL. Is all I'm quoting this off ESPN right now. Prescott's 2-5 in the playoffs as well. So it can't only be McCarthy here. There's a combo.
Oh, I didn't say, yeah. It's not only, but it's majority the head coach. That's where things start.
I mean,
You're supposed to have your team ready to play, and he didn't. The whole team didn't look good, which is the reason I said earlier I'm not going to blame McCarthy only because Dan Quinn has a lot in this too because the defense didn't look good either. But the head coach should have his team ready to play, and he didn't. They looked scared.
Who looked worse though offensively, the Cowboys or the Dolphins? Because when I was watching that game, I felt like the Dolphins just gave up. They were just throwing a whole bunch of like check down passes and screen passes and swing passes, and it wasn't doing anything.
I would think that
the Dolphins. The Dolphins look
I would
worse.
think. I think the Cowboys look worse because the Dolphins they didn't let the Kansas City hang 48 on them. They at least played the whole game. They played poorly, but at least they fucking played the whole game. Dallas defense just opened its butt. They were a top 5 defense.
He's talking about offense though, so like.
But he said offense
offensively,
though.
who looked worse?
So-
I meant to say.
Yeah,
But no, because Cowboys were a lot healthier, so you can't. That's an unfair comparison. Dolphins were missing 4 major starters on offense. Like their offensive line was really, really banged up going into this, which is why I didn't pick them.
Yeah, Tua didn't have time to do shit. That's true.
Tua, I don't know if he was hurt, but like I read something about the Dolphins are missing. Dolphins fans were actually happy with the season because they said themselves that they limped into the playoffs from a lot of what I'm reading. So I didn't know they were that banged up, but yeah.
Nobody's ever played a game that cold either, especially Tua Tagovailoa. It's a cold game.
Dude's from Hawaii.
Playing in
Alabama, playing in Miami.
Yeah.
Come on. So
Yeah.
So,
Via Alabama.
yeah. So that was just insane. Seeing that, but I'll tell you this: something I loved this weekend was that seeing the video and images, because they moved the Bills and Steelers game to Monday after it was slated to be played noon Central Time on Sunday. And then you saw the videos of that blizzard hitting Buffalo. There's a camera set up in the stadium, and it was just insane to look in that stadium. Like, how are they going to get this field ready? But the fact that they get people to come out, whether they were paying them or they were volunteering, and that stadium looked great by kickoff time on Monday. Granted, there's still plenty of snow in the stands, people waiting in that, bringing their snow boots, but it was pretty awesome to see how that town comes together so that a football game can be played. And we may run into a similar situation this weekend when Buffalo hosts Kansas City. There's another storm moving through, potentially some more snowfall. Who knows if that game gets delayed a day again, so we'll see. We're waiting to see what happens, but very, very high possibility there's see some snow in Buffalo when they take on Kansas City. So, early prediction for next year. How does Dallas finish up?
We'll win the division and lose in the playoffs. There you go.
I don't think they'll win the division because there's never been a repeat champion for the last 19 years in the NFC East. So,
well, look, but JC, here's the thing: you got to understand something. We never had anybody return 6 pick sixes. So the Cowboys are listen. The Cowboys are going to get some sort of accolade, like, "Oh, we've never done this before. It's never been done in NFL history. Awesome!" And then we're going to lose in the playoffs. There you go.
All right.
It's true. I think they like to build maximum hope before they disappoint their fan base. It's pretty dope.
Well, that's not going to be me. If we don't, at the end of the day, we're going to get to the playoffs because we always do that, and then nothing's going to happen. So I'm good. We're good here.
The weird thing is now that record says that Cowboys aren't going to win the division next year.
Yeah. No repeat champion, and
there you go, JC. I made you a little prediction when it was like it's crossed the stars and
stars have aligned.
I at this point would predict Mike McCarthy doesn't make it to the end of the regular season.
I would agree with that
Because the Cowboys are going to have a lot of money tied up in Dak on the salary cap. There's, who knows what else they need. Dan Quinn probably getting a head coaching job somewhere. I just don't see it. If they're in like last place by midseason, very good chance McCarthy's the first coach fired of the year. And,
I almost wish that we do have that happen so he gets fired.
Mm-hmm. And then your interim coach leads you to the playoffs?
Playoffs?
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. Set it up.
I mean, maybe they don't need to be the home team going into the playoffs.
They didn't look as good on the road in the regular season either. So,
well,
they just need the schedule change. They need the playoffs in like October, November, and they got a shot. So, yeah.
Since they moved to AT&T Stadium, the Green Bay Packers have more playoff wins than the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
That's correct.
wow. Interesting graphic too. This was the 9th time that they played in the playoffs. Prior to this game, it was an even split 4-4. So now the Packers have the 5-4 lead on that. So,
Bro.
Packers are the most recent wins. It seems like.
Yeah. Final thing to point out in the news for those of y'all that have Bally Sports, whether that's obviously we have Bally Sports Southwest here in the San Antonio area, but across the country, they had fairly recently filed for bankruptcy, and Amazon has just bought a minority stake in Diamond Sports Group, which runs Bally Sports. So, for anyone that's teams are serviced by the Bally Sports networks, very good chance you'd be able to start watching your teams on Amazon Prime wherever you are in the country. So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah. that's kind of the way
Oh.
it's going. Another way the cord cutting thing is going. Another way Amazon's getting into the sports business. But something worth keeping an eye on for us down here in the San Antonio. Obviously, Bally Sports covers the Spurs, the Rangers, the Dallas Stars. There's a lot of local teams here in the local area of Texas. So, and this affects a lot. The Bally's was the largest RSN in the country, facing bankruptcy, and now could start seeing some other RSNs go this way of streaming. So, all right, Chicken Wing, take it away. Time to overreact for a little bit before we discuss the divisional round. So, what do you got?
Well. So last week we did the can't lose. We wanted to touch on that again. We got 3 teams because 4 games, and I don't care for the last game. So I'll start it off. So the Chiefs are flying to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, the question is who can't lose? And I'm going to say for this one that when it comes down to it, Josh Allen can't afford to lose this weekend because they are the hottest team right now on the AFC side as far as momentum is concerned. Again, my opinion, everybody could be different. And this is still just the normalized Chiefs. This isn't 2020 Chiefs. So I think Josh Allen has more to lose than anybody else in any of the 2 teams. Now, I would like y'all.
Are we all doing the segment or just you?
Yeah.
We all are.
I was just giving mine as an example so you kind of see like how I'm like looking at who can't afford to lose this weekend.
More than anybody else in the whole playoffs?
In between these 2.
Between
Oh,
these
and
two,
between Josh Allen and
more
You can do
than Josh
Allen, you can do
Allen,
Chiefs,
the entire Bills franchise, because the Chiefs have been a pain in the ass for them the past few playoff runs, and that game always runs through Kansas City, and
Right.
whether it's overtime or this and that. Now the game's in Buffalo. You're all out of fucking excuses now.
At this point.
Yeah, you're the hottest team. You have the home field advantage. That crowd is going to be nuts. Dare I say, almost as crazy as Detroit's going to be on the earlier that day as well. So you're just all out of excuses at that point. Like the way Buffalo's been playing and the way Kansas City's been playing, there's no reason why Buffalo should not just blow out the Chiefs.
And
Unless it goes to overtime.
Well,
yeah.
it goes to overtime. Shit. Who knows?
At that point, GG's. I've seen some comments to where, and this takes it to the other side, that Mahomes can't afford to lose because now, taking the same concept, now we're in Buffalo, and I can beat you at home. I don't have to be. This will be Mahomes' first away playoff game. So that's why I'm saying like this could go either direction, but I wanted to know y'all's opinion on.
Yeah, but Mahomes has been to like how many Super Bowls and won how many?
Yeah, he's not firing
he's
Mahomes
fine.
over this.
Yeah, it's
Mahomes,
like
He's
the
been home.
Yeah.
That's the key difference. Is this is his first away game.
first
Now,
ever
if you
playoff
asked
game, that's true.
if you asked if there's anybody in the playoffs, I would say that's not that's an overreaction.
Yeah.
No, but this is more like a who can't afford to lose. So what you think? What you think, Rob, DJ, Nori?
It's only between Buffalo and Kansas City.
Well, this is the first of the
Looking
3.
at just between this game, yeah.
I'm not doing all 4 games, but yes, this is between Buffalo versus Kansas City.
Oh, I mean, definitely Josh Allen. Then yeah, if it's only those 2 teams, then yeah, Josh Allen for sure.
Okay.
Because I mean, one's won the Super Bowl twice. One has never been there. So
It's definitely on Josh Allen. Definitely.
A corollary on this game, the NFL cannot afford for the Chiefs to lose or the Lions because deep down they want Eminem versus Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl.
This guy. Not surprised.
Imagine that pregame promo for them filming it.
Yo,
Crazy.
imagine that halftime show.
Hey, well, it's
With
already
Usher?
Usher at halftime, but if they get Eminem and
Yeah.
damn,
God.
you know, so I mean,
All right.
Not an overreaction.
All right. So the
You
next.
know when they say the NFL scripted, you guys might have heard this.
NFL's listening to our show right
these
now. They're getting
riders
ideas, bro.
These riders are getting good.
Yeah, they're getting real good. All right, so the next game is going to be the Texans at Ravens. So who cannot afford to lose? And
Lamar
Is
Jackson.
anybody going to
Lamar
disagree with Lamar? Is
Lamar.
anybody disagree with Lamar?
Yeah.
Like,
Lamar Jackson.
That's
CJ
really
Stroud
all he's
wasn't
missing,
either.
right? Is a freaking Super Bowl. Everything
At
else
this
is understood. So
Yeah.
or even getting there.
yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And now you
Yeah.
got
As opposed
John Harbaugh
to-
looking at, like, Jim's like, all right, I want a championship this year. Your turn. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
So
He's like, I'm gonna get 2 now. The fuck
Yeah.
out of here, bitch. Okay, so the last game is gonna be Packers at San Fran, and so I'm not gonna say San Fran per se. I'm going to say Kyle Shanahan can't afford to lose this game. To be outcoached by LaFleur, and in the past 4 meetings, Niners are 4-0 with them. Now,
mean-
prior to them, the Green Bay sent Niners home 3 different times, so it's pretty even. But as far as being outcoached is concerned, because Kyle has been to the Super Bowl. Sure, he lost 28-3, but this is the Super Bowl for the Niners to lose at this point.
I
In my
mean, that whole offense, Brock Purdy, the Niners in particular. What was the excuses you guys made when you lost to the Eagles last year?
We lost Brock.
There
Yeah,
weren't
that's right.
excuses. There were
Injuries.
facts that they were missing
I know
injuries.
Yeah.
injuries, excuses, facts.
No
whatever. I mean,
quarterback.
I get it. You get to the playoffs, people are banged up. Boo-hoo, whatever. And for any Eagles fan out there saying, "Oh, we lost because AJ Brown hurt." Oh, I'm sorry, my pussy hurts. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. As a Titans fan, I'm
Christ.
happy AJ Brown did not win a Super Bowl. You talk so much shit on your way out of Tennessee, so fuck you. Go fishing. Sit at home.
Bitterness comes out.
Yeah. But in the case of the Niners, it's like, okay, everyone's healthy now.
And like literally everything that we
so-
wanted to have happen happened. Dallas is out, Philly's out.
But don't sleep on this Green Bay team.
Oh, I'm not, because
Yeah.
because they are like the Texans. They have nothing to lose.
They're
this
dangerous.
point.
As
They are
young as
very
they are,
dangerous.
they're very dangerous. Like,
Very dangerous.
they're out there having
Well,
fun.
look at- But looking at this lineup of games, I think that one would be the biggest upset.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Oh,
by far.
Yeah.
By
Tennessee
far,
versus-
because we're
Yeah.
10-point
Yeah.
favorite. So by far, we'll be the biggest upset. So
Yeah.
that's why I've kept my shit talking to a minimal because for the past 3 seasons, two of the 3 have been to NFC Championship games for sure. But
Mhm.
like what JC said, you can't count out the Packers. But I also think they're playing on emotion right now, and they burned a lot of that in Dallas. So let's just see if it carries over to.
You
I
know,
don't
if,
think-
if
I
they
really
win the
don't think
toss
they
and elect to
burned.
receive, watch the fuck out. So
I'm
I
not
mean-
saying they're not a good team because they obviously proved themselves. But what I'm saying is I don't think they'll have that same momentum coming into San Fran because it's a different difference between Dallas and San Fran.
true.
Well,
but
hold on. Why
like-
wouldn't they have
like-
that same momentum? They were counted out in Dallas. They were told
Yeah.
they had no chance against the top defense. Jordan Love is unproven in the playoffs in every scenario we could throw at them. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they do this? Why wouldn't they think they could do the same thing at 49ers?
Because
They're
our defense. Is
They're on the
better than
road.
Dallas. I know.
Trust me, as a wild card team, there's nothing more dangerous or scary than a team with momentum that is told they have no chance every week. That
And they have
was the
nothing to
2007
lose. And they have nothing to
Giants
No.
with nothing to lose.
Right, I just
that was
said
the
that.
2007. Yeah.
Right, I just said that. I'm not discounting them completely. I'm not saying that Green Bay is a fucking bye week. No, Tampa is more of a bye week than Green Bay. That's for damn sure.
I don't know.
Calm down. No, don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do
Baker
that,
might
Rob.
have something to say about
Don't you do
that.
that.
I don't know.
They beat up a broken Eagles team. Don't even give me that shit.
Look,
But they beat him up.
But they beat them up. And
as a Longhorn fan, one of the scariest things I can say is a motivated Baker Mayfield.
That's true.
Correct.
So
That's absolutely
Yeah, because
in regards to-
CJ won't stop talking in Detroit.
yeah. All you're doing
Which,
is getting a
Rob, I
bullet from
gotta
my shoulder.
know-
Like, what the fuck is wrong
you
with
just
you?
giving them motivation
shut the
for
hell
sure.
up. Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to Phil's point, Green Bay beating 49ers will be the biggest upset of the weekend for sure. Absolutely. So let's segue into that, Phil.
Well, real quickly
to
before we
bring
do,
it-
I'll say this: expect
Go
the
ahead.
Packers to go with a similar game plan because the Niners,
Oh,
like
facts.
the Niners, like the Cowboys, relied on being up in games. Every games
Yes.
they want. So
Yes.
if they fall behind early, if they get kicked in the face a bit like Dallas did, how are they going to respond?
But
And-
unlike
as long
unlike
as they
the
can establish the run, they'll be
Unlike
fine.
Dallas, they have a better coach. Yes, but
Well, no, not just that, but they could actually stop the run. Dallas
That's true.
could not stop
That's
the
what I'm
run
saying.
all year.
That's
The
what I'm
Giants
saying,
ran
like,
all over them.
it's it's a different defense altogether. To answer the other question, or it's just like, why would I think that Jordan Love will have a harder time? Because the defense is different. We can stop the run with just the front four. We don't need to blitz and pressure like unfortunately with Dallas.
That is true. Yeah.
But that's why it was uncharacteristic for Micah Parsons to never get close to Jordan Love. So like, just like the same thing what we did to Dallas, sometimes we double team Parsons because Parsons was not going to get through. But unfortunately for Dallas, they don't have both ends. We have Chase Young and Nick Bosa. That's just two right there. You have Eric Armstead.
Little breaking news on my Titans app here. The Titans have completed a virtual interview with Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn for the head coaching position.
I knew it, bro. Quinn's leaving, bro. Like he's gone.
Come on, baby.
I'm just saying, he's leaving.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate Giants news. That's the ultimate great NFC East news for everybody else. You keep McCarthy and you let Dan Quinn go.
Yes.
Oh, Christmas.
Chef's
Chef's
kiss.
DJ, how you
Oh
holding
my
up, buddy?
God. It's the
Bro, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Hey, DJ, this one hurts me too because I really don't want him to go into Tennessee.
It's gonna be
Hey,
great.
Yeah, I
Hey
know.
DJ,
I
you
know
can come
don't.
over to the Lions Club. Just come join us, cause yeah.
Hey, you know what? Rob has a point because if they fix that defense or that non-existent defense that Detroit has, then that's that.
Hey, listen to this though. Hey, listen to this. Remember, so if the NFL was scripted, what would be a crazier game than Green Bay at Detroit for the NFC Championship?
Oh my
Green
God.
Bay at Houston. Honestly, it's the only other.
I'm talking about the
NFC
NFC Championship.
NFC Championship.
Oh.
Oh God, Green Bay,
One game would
Tampa,
be-
Battle of the Bays.
That
Battle of the, Battle of the Bays, definitely.
No, we know the NFL really wants Eminem versus Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. So
Stop that.
That would sell a lot of tickets
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, Lions game already is the highest ever in a divisional game
Yeah.
by a lot. Can you imagine if it's Green Bay coming to town? Guys have always been the
that'd
better
be
team around them.
Yeah, that'd be a round 3 right there. Between those
I could
two.
tell you what the game they don't want is Detroit and Green Bay. That's just a divisional game. They don't want
it
that shit.
is. But man, that shit can go crazy. I mean, let's
That'd
not
be a-
forget
it
Green
can-
Bay.
it's a
Green Bay
story- it's a
destroyed
story game, though.
Detroit on Thanksgiving in Detroit. So
We just need Tampa Bay and San Francisco. All right, cool, thanks. So
you're scared of
that's what we
Detroit, aren't
need.
you?
You're scared of Detroit.
Listen, Dan Campbell plays with no fucking fear. Fuck him.
No, he
okay?
doesn't.
So
Dan Gamble. Dan
He's gonna
Gamble
suit
is
up
the
and
man.
he's gonna suit up and sack Brock Purdy himself.
he
He's gonna
probably
start
would, bro. If he
Yeah.
could, he definitely would. But JC. So
Yes.
speaking of, should the Packers beat the 49ers?
Mhm.
Packers
When?
needs to pay
Hmm.
Jordan Love.
I
mean,
mean,
pay
he's
that
what? He's
man.
got one more year on his rookie
He's
contract.
got one more. He's got one more year in his
He's got
rookie.
one more
Oh,
year.
if he gets him to the NFC Championship, you signed Jordan Love to that extension yesterday.
Right away. That's
Yes.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's just he's what you plan for. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I will say this about the Packers:
Mhm.
they know
They do
how to
that
plan for
well.
they transition so well from quarterback to quarterback, and yeah, everyone
Yes,
shit
they do.
Favre to Rodgers. Rodgers wasn't waiting. Remember when they drafted Jordan Love? We were like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers is probably pissed, all this stuff like that. And
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it didn't look as good when they put him in the first, but you gave him a full season. Dude's looking like a fucking superstar.
He is.
And-
Whoever is picking these quarterbacks all these years, that's who the Giants need to just throw a blank check at and just say,
Yeah.
"Come here,"
So-
because it's
You're right.
besides
right.
dark magic,
You're right.
besides blood magic, I don't know how they're doing. Who picks 3 franchise quarterbacks in a row
In a
that you're
row.
going to get for 10 to 15 years?
You know,
That is unheard of in any sport. Any sport.
that franchise is owned by the city of Green Bay. I wonder if they have a whole city council meeting in open forum and they discuss draft strategy.
I bet you
Honestly, it
did.
wouldn't surprise
So-
me.
Yeah, I know
Here-
that town
here-
is smart. So
Here's a question for you: Who did Chicago call first for that first round pick or earlier pick for an early round quarterback? Jerry, or who's New York's GM or
Shane?
owner? Yeah,
The owner
Yeah.
is Mara and Tish. It's co-owned.
yeah. Talk about trading that first round pick or getting an early quarterback. Who's doing that first right now? in the division.
Well, I actually predict that the Giants will try to dangle Saquon on a franchise tag, and then try to sign and trade him to Chicago for the number 1 pick.
Would you take J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams?
I mean, I think we go quarterback.
Yeah, both of those are quarterbacks.
Yeah, both of them are
Those are
quarterbacks,
like
yeah.
the top 2 quarterbacks coming out in the draft.
So I don't like this pick, but apparently they love Drake May. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think there's any. Maybe it's just unpopular opinion. I don't think any of these quarterbacks coming up are generational. I think it's a really overrated class.
Mhm.
I'm not super impressed by any of them. Like, oh my god, this guy is so amazing. Like, we got to just stop everything and get this guy. Like, the last time I saw that was like a Trevor Lawrence kind of thing. You know, I don't see that.
Yeah, well,
With any of these
see how that's worked out. We didn't see that with C.J. Stroud either.
I don't think Trevor's not your entire organization's problem. Like, it's just, there was some bumbling and shit, but I don't think Trevor's like the issue there. You have a clear franchise quarterback, but my point is, like, I think they dangle Saquon and get the quarterback they want. I trust Shane. Whoever he picks, I think is going to be the right decision.
Okay.
Got it. All right. Well, Robert, question for you, buddy.
Lions.
No. Let it go.
Because I know this is leaning towards like Baker Mayfield somehow.
Eventually.
I got to ask a question real quick. Rob, why do you hate Baker Mayfield so much?
Because he's a Sooner.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
There you go.
Because
Well
why?
played.
Just because he's a Sooner?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well played, sir. Well played.
So the
There's
thing is,
no
why do we keep?
forgiveness. A Super Bowl win for your team is not forgiveness.
You don't give a
I
shit.
mean,
No.
Look,
No.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I
Okay.
wasn't.
Hey,
Go ahead.
let's just put this out there. Baker Mayfield has been the death of me in 3 fantasy leagues. Him being a Sooner is another one. So I am just, yeah, he's cost me a couple of championships just because he loves to throw pick sixes. So
yeah,
this
well,
is
he
not
might
just.
still win a Super Bowl this year.
Nah.
Well, that's good for him. It cost me money.
So
He's one of-
Phil, let me explain. There's nothing on this planet more petty than when Rob's already made a decision. It's hard to talk him out of
true.
it. So,
Asians are loyal to
so
their
there's no
decisions.
point.
We've been
There's
over
no point as long as Baker Mayfield is there and he's probably getting an extension. There's no point in asking him any Tampa Bay questions because he's not watching the games. He genuinely doesn't give a fuck about them. And he's moving on to the Lions. I don't blame him. I think
I'm
and
just
here's
shocked.
the thing. I don't care if this is unpopular opinion or not. We have this undying loyalty to these teams, but they don't have that to us as fans.
Correct.
My stance is very different than it was years ago. Of like, you stick with your team no matter what, and blah 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 blah. No, I'm sorry, because like look at the fucking Titans when they're almost good. They do ass backwards shit. Look at how Dallas treats their fans. Like, look at the fucking Knicks treats their fans until like 2 years ago. So, for having people spend money that they work hard for to get your jerseys and all this shit, and then you continually make stupid fucking decisions, as a fan, you should be able to say fuck you. Because if you're in a toxic relationship in normal life, you get a divorce or you break up, right? So why is it so different? Why is it so bad for a fan base to say, you know what, that fan base looks fun. They look like they have a good ownership. I think I would enjoy myself as a football fan because at the end of the day, this is all casual shit for us. We're not making money off this shit, right? Minus a couple $100 here and there for fantasy football, if we're lucky. We're not making money. These aren't professional lives. I am 1,000% okay with somebody breaking up with their fan base and going to another one.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying there's a problem with that. I'm just curious because that's his team.
I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, I know you weren't saying that. I'm just throwing it out there.
Like I said, and it also comes down to the personality of the team. Like, if HBO hadn't done the Hard Knocks thing, I would not have even considered the Lions, honestly. But once you buy in with Dan Campbell as a coach, and you see how he motivates his team and how he changes the entire atmosphere there, you just kind of buy into it. Like, even if they're complete gutter trash, when they were doing Hard Knocks, they were losing.
It was the most fun Hard Knocks thing. I mean, Rob saw it together, and I'm like, we'll just, one of the games ended, and I'm like, we'll just, whatever, let's just kill some time here and put it on. And we put it on, okay, next episode, okay, next episode, okay, next episode. Like, it's just like, it just grabs you. Like, fuck, like, if I felt I hated the Giants like that much, shit, I would have dipped too. I don't blame him for dipping Tampa. You're not enjoying it, fuck it. Detroit just sucks you in. Good time to be a fan.
Yeah, no, I was just curious because I mean they aren't too far off from a Super Bowl. I was just curious.
No, they're not. No,
Yeah,
no.
they're not.
Yeah, it's okay, Phil.
But
I wasn't
I-
coming for you. I was just more in general. I was thinking, like, you know what? This is on the topic of that because poor Rob all season keeps having to answer Tampa questions when clearly he's not a Tampa fan anymore. So
Well, I'm
throwing
just
it out
curious
there.
why he hates Baker Mayfield because I didn't know.
I would give JC a pass and a heartbeat if he said fuck the Titans. I'd give him a pass and a heartbeat because they just do boneheaded dumb shit
Oh, I know.
all the
believe me.
time, and he bleeds for that team.
I heard the song.
Yeah, no, but the only reason I ask is because like right now, if say Henry was to come to King Henry was to come to Jacksonville, I'd be there with open arms. So I'm just trying to understand.
because you don't want him running over your fucking team's asshole every year. Like he's been
Well,
doing.
he might not be anyway. He might be like in some.
Let me go to
He might be in the NFC.
Because you want your team to win at the end of the day, and it makes sense. And,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah,
so
it
once you've
does.
chosen
And
your team,
it's
whatever, you know.
on Rob's face, yeah, I wasn't always the biggest fan of Tannehill because he went to A&M, and I struggled defending him when he was a Titans player. I mean, he's honestly the best quarterback the Titans have had since Steve McNair.
Man, he was
You
a day
can-
one Tannehill fan.
you
Don't
can
believe
go
that.
back-
I was not.
He was
No, I
the
was
day
not.
one.
I love
He's
watching
like,
him cry when
yes.
Justin Tucker hit that field goal. Fuck you.
But how many
Yeah.
Tannehill jerseys would you like? How many more would you own if he had won you guys a Super Bowl?
If he won a Super Bowl and he was a Super Bowl MVP, I would have gotten a Tannehill jersey.
He would have got a blackout version, a white version.
No, I would have got.
Dude,
I would have gone to the
JC
Puga
would've-
and find the ones that fell off the truck like I do all my jerseys. Because
Dude, JC would have found Tannehill and braided his pubes if he would have fucking won a Super
I'm
Bowl.
telling you, bro. He definitely would. Okay, definitely would have done
Kidding me?
some questionable
I mean-
shit. But Rob, my question was going nowhere near Baker. It was actually
Okay.
the same. So my question
Okay.
was: is the state of Pennsylvania will have new head coaches next season? Both teams.
Philly.
Philly.
No, Tomlin's coming back
No.
for sure.
No, because Tomlin comes back. Like he's just this perpetual winning coach. Like I don't see him being anywhere.
Winning seasons
Yeah.
ain't winning championships, though.
But
Just wanna throw that
no
out
team,
there.
no team
But
deserved to be
he's
in the
but he's doing
playoffs
this
less,
with no
and he got them
talent.
there. Right.
Oh, I know. I'm not
You're
arguing
getting your team to the playoffs with Desmond Ritter,
With
like
Mason fucking Rudolph, dude.
Mason
I
Rudolph.
I brought this up. I think last week that
You did.
a local Philly fan told me he isn't well liked by the Pittsburgh faithful.
That's okay.
Tomlin? I hear
That's
different. I hear different. I hear
They
a
don't,
lot.
they, don't have, they don't have to like him. Luckily, ownership is smarter than them. So
Every
that's
Steelers
okay.
fan
They
I
don't have to
talk
like
to
him.
says you keep Tomlin. Like,
If Tomlin quits or is fired, he will be like Belichick. He will be sought after before he
Yeah,
even
I
gets
agree,
to the airport.
110%. I agree,
So,
110%.
Let them suffer. Let them suffer.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I heard. I
I
agree
get
with
it.
you.
Oh, I've read that too. They're very mixed, which is stupid, which is hilarious to me because I love Brian Dable. But if we go get, Tomlin, I'm good. I am
Tomlin's
fucking
like-
good and I'm
I mean,
excited.
Yeah, I mean, he's high. We played Pittsburgh a lot in Jacksonville because we used to play together in Central. So they bring that game back a lot, and it's always just super intense. I mean, a terrible towel thing this year, and like advocate, like the teams go at it. Like we knocked them out of the playoffs, they've knocked us out of the playoffs. It's been
It's
like
their culture.
It's a heated thing.
It's their
And-
culture. And look,
And
dude,
I
he made-
respect the fuck out of Tomlin. He just
here's
he's
the
always
thing.
been
Check
a
this
fight.
out. And here's my argument to the fucking. I really hope we have at least one Steelers fan who hears this. What did Antonio Brown and what did Chase Claypool, what did Juju all do when they left Pittsburgh?
Win.
went crazy. Like
Win
mentally?
crazy?
Like mentally went crazy.
Went crazy.
Yeah.
Went.
Oh, went crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. AB was just lucky to be on with Tom Brady and the Bucks, right? But he didn't he wasn't a number one guy anymore. What did
No, he was
fucking
the number
Le'Veon?
3.
Right, thank you. Exactly. What did Le'Veon Bell do? So look at that's how good Tomlin is. That's how good he is. And then look, he had fucking Mitch Trubisky to work with this year, and
People
Mason
forget
Rudolph.
that.
My
They had
God,
Mitch Trubisky
and they
as
made the
starting quarterback.
playoffs.
Exactly. You had Trubisky as your starting quarterback at some point,
And you
still
don't want
made
him
the
anymore.
playoffs.
And you don't want him anymore. Go. All right, fine. Go.
Yeah.
Let him go then.
Yeah.
Throw Tomlin on. You think the Titans wouldn't scoop him up in a
Oh
fucking
God,
heartbeat?
yes.
You think the Commanders wouldn't, whatever they're fucking going to be called next year? You think they wouldn't take him in a heartbeat? Are you kidding me?
So is
The
Pittsburgh
Cowboys
trading
wouldn't-
up for one of
Come
those
on.
early round quarterbacks this year?
I
That's a
don't
good
know
one.
if they're
They
quitting
may
on
be.
Pickett just yet. I just don't.
I don't think they've given up on Pickett. I think they have the
Yeah.
injury excuse this year. They made the playoffs, without him. So
Trubisky's as good as gone though. I'm just So, but I think with they're not giving up on Pickett. I think they're going to work with Pickett. Mason Rudolph is a great backup and a good backup plan to have in Pittsburgh for sure. So, yeah.
So, DJ, despite being interviewed by the Falcons, Belichick is going to end up on the NFC East.
Oh my God.
no. No.
What if it's with the Giants?
Belichick to Philly? What?
Because our
No,
coach is
Sirianni's not getting fired. So, and Dayball's not going anywhere. Obviously, McCarthy and his stupid ass is not going to go anywhere.
and they
So
just
it
hired a
would just be
GM for Washington. They just hired a
Exactly.
GM.
So
Washington.
I don't.
They just hired a GM though. But Bill
They
wants to
hired
be a
a
GM. That's the
GM.
only reason
I
Atlanta's
mean-
talking to him.
No.
Exactly. So, Mike, to answer your question, that's an overreaction
Okay.
because Bill wants to be GM. He wants to handle all personnel. He wants to make those decisions. And like Nori just said, Washington just got a GM. So there's literally no space at this point.
And the only one dumb enough to give him all that is Atlanta. Go for it.
Maybe Seattle.
Maybe
No,
Seattle.
they wouldn't do that. I don't think they'd do that.
I will not welcome him in Seattle. That's for fucking sure. You can kick rocks at that point. I'll find my way up there to make sure you don't coach up there. Okay.
All right, Belichick to the Seahawks. That's what we're going.
Of course, Hatred Rob will come in. All right. The rest of these are going to be for everybody's opinions. First one is Jared Goff is better under Campbell than he ever was with Sean McVay.
Oh,
Facts.
that's not a reaction. That's
That-
obvious. Yeah.
I don't know reaction.
Correct.
I don't
That is
agree.
accurate, sir.
Oh,
I don't
no, Nori
agree.
doesn't agree.
I think they have better chemistry
Okay.
because
I don't agree
you can
because
probably- Go ahead.
Jared Goff made a Super Bowl under McVay.
hmm
Yeah, he might make one on Campbell now.
But he didn't.
That's true.
That he might. Not true.
All right.
But like,
That alone right there stabs that argument.
but like
Now,
he
McVay doesn't have to like him.
but then
McVay doesn't
he
have to like
didn't-
him. Go ahead.
But he regressed after that. For the next 2 years, he didn't do anything.
Or
Yes,
just
it
says he's
does.
a really good quarterback. I mean, he
That's
just
what I'm
is.
saying.
I mean, he can
Talent-wise,
journeyman quarterback.
skill-wise. So you're looking at talent-wise, skill-wise, and stat-wise. Goff is better under Campbell.
I mean, he was the number 2 quarterback for this year. Like, he wasn't even close to being the number 1 quarterback the year he went to the Super Bowl.
Behind Brock Purdy. By
He didn't have to be. The Rams had a lot more offensive talent. Now, what was Goff doing before Amon St. Brown showed up? He was doing good. He was floating above water.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying that like McVay, as of now, clearly had more chemistry with him because he did enough to get a decent quarterback. I don't think Goff's that good. I think he's a decent quarterback to get him to the Super Bowl. That's some good ass coaching. They don't even have to like each other to be best friends, but he understood the team and understood the assignment. And then the Patriots in the Super Bowl are just, unfortunately, better unless you're the Giants.
So just shut him down.
Cool. All
Y'all
right,
did
the
see that,
Dolphins-
in my
video.
opinion. In my
Y'all
opinion.
did see that video Eminem put out, right, for that game?
Oh hell yeah.
To Matthew.
Yeah. So the next two are about the Dolphins. First one is Dolphins should wait to extend Tua and make him play out his 5th year option.
I agree.
Agreed. I don't think he did enough to earn an extension just yet. So
I would extend him. Don't do what you did with I don't know. I think he did enough, especially with Tyreek Hill this year, to extend him. And again,
He's
Dolphins
still a
had a
health
lot
concern.
of injuries.
He's still a health concern to
that's
me after
exactly
last
right.
year.
He is still very much a health concern.
Sure, but then if he tears it up this year, you're gonna overpay him. You're gonna do exactly what Dallas did with Dak. Ask DJ, how's that working out?
It's working
Well,
out
I
great.
mean, if you're going to keep him, you're going to keep him. You just got it's an insurance policy to do it later than sooner. I think.
I think Tua has done enough to show that he's their franchise quarterback, and I don't think it's Miami's fault that Miami is getting better every year.
But unless he gets
Especially under
broken,
McDaniel.
unless he gets broken next year, I mean, then you're like,
That's-
oh, maybe that wasn't the best move.
It's quarterback in the NFL. Anybody can get broken over anything. I mean, fucking Aaron Rodgers was down after 4 plays from the turf
Yeah,
at
but
MetLife.
that dude
God,
like
that's
ate a
horrible.
bunch of concussions last year. I mean, I don't know. Did he have any this year? Did he have one?
No.
They knew what they
Miraculously,
signed
he did.
when he was injured coming out of college. They knew what they signed.
Yeah, I remember he got jacked up in college, and then
Yeah.
they
But
drafted.
You
him
have a
late.
good when you have a very strong Miami team right now.
Mhm.
You don't think, oh well, it must be the quarterback. Is Tua as good as he thinks he is? No, but also Miami again limped into the playoffs. If we would have saw a healthy Miami, I honestly think they would have been Kansas City. I would have picked him.
I mean, luckily he has his rookie contract, so they weren't going to pay a lot, which is probably why it's for some teams is win now. Niners, basically. So, all right. So speaking of the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill regrets asking to leave Kansas City.
They what? What's the question?
Regrets.
Tyreek Hill regrets asking to be traded out of Kansas City.
No. Why would he?
No,
Yeah, I don't know why he
overreaction.
would.
Think about it. Once you're a
Overreaction.
Super Bowl champion, what is your next goal? Not most people. A few
Do it
half the
again.
league, half the league wants to win again. The other half wants to cash out on that and make money.
Yeah.
Once they've already won,
Yep.
I would say more than half the NFL. This is according to players that a lot of them there, like wrestlers, they're there for the money. They're not there for the glory. So I think more than half of them, once they get the Super Bowl, that's why so many leave for free agency. That's when they don't give a hometown discount to stay. They don't want to be a champion again.
Especially if you're in one of those skill positions like running back with wide receiver, you're just trying to get paid to get out. So yeah.
Right. So Tyreek did the brilliant thing of like, all right, cool, I'm a Super Bowl champion. Now I'm gonna go get paid, and he did. I don't think he regrets that. And look at the yards he's putting up.
Yeah, he's still like the fastest guy in the NFL, isn't he?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, okay. Matter of fact,
Super
even
fast.
to even more disagree with that. When was he ever considered a MVP actual candidate?
Outside
he
of
went
this
to the
year,
Dolphins.
he hasn't.
Never. That's my point. So
Never was.
I-
'Cause it was always
yeah.
Mahomes or this and that.
right.
It
So I
was
would
always
never.
a position, but that
if I'm
that
him, I
already
wouldn't-
paid.
If I'm him, I wouldn't regret anything. I think his only regret is his team being healthy to beat Kansas City, but I don't think he wants to go back.
And so
No.
out of both conferences, Josh Allen is the most dangerous player in the playoffs.
Oh fucking yes, he is.
I mean, C.J. Stroud might have something to do with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Lamar
got
some dangerous too.
that scramble touchdown Josh Allen had. Oh, good lord.
For 59 years.
I mean, the worst part about this question is that it depends on how you look at the word dangerous, because either he's fucking dangerous like he's scared to go against, or he's dangerous like he's gonna throw the ball to the other team dangerous. So take it as you will, but yes, he is the most dangerous.
He's definitely
player in
most
the playoffs.
dangerous. Yes, he's the most. He's the most. I'll tell you what he is. He's the most
He's the most
volatile.
volatile.
Yeah,
He's the most
I
volatile.
agree with that.
yeah,
And well, Lamar Jackson's playing out of his mind too, so I don't know.
he
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
But
But he's not volatile. He's usually
He's
pretty
not
consistent.
No,
he's pretty consistent. So.
Josh Allen, he could just like throw three damn interceptions and then 6 touchdowns.
All right, so JC, Texans,
That'd be
Niners,
a
Super
hell of a
Bowl.
snap.
Who would you go for?
You shut the fuck up. I'm taking the Niners.
Okay, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like
My
that's an
bad.
obvious answer. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah,
Obviously, the Texans.
he would.
No.
The cool thing about that question
Obviously.
is we'll know exactly the right answer on next week.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
actually. You know, with the stars align, you know, you're gonna see Texans Niners Super Bowl. That'd be great.
Swear to God. You're gonna get your ass beat.
JC would be so conflicted because he doesn't want my team to win, but fuck the Texans,
I
right?
would rather your team to win than have to deal with all these Texans fans talking all this shit. Trust me.
Let it be their first championship, bro.
Then fuck
Like,
them.
why would
no.
you take that from them?
No. All right.
Why'd you
No.
take that from
That's the last thing I need. You don't hear my wife's family that are Texans fans. It's bad enough. Okay. You don't. So. Yeah.
Yeah,
They'd be like,
It'll be
"We're
bad.
the real Texas team, right?" I'm sorry.
JC,
Yeah.
we would all forgive you if you just did that Homer thing where you went into the bushes and came out a Texans fan.
No.
We would all
Yeah,
forgive you.
No.
Because that's
Yeah,
Houston,
no,
baby. That's Houston. It's a natural transition. It's
Never.
Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
Never.
You get
Just
You
yourself
know
saying.
what? Actually, to answer your question, Phil, now that I think about it, a game that would really speak like a story, like an intense story for Super Bowl, Texans Lions.
Go
For
Lions.
championship.
Go
Yeah.
Lions.
Welcome to the dark side. We
Yeah.
have cookies.
Just for
We have chaos, gentlemen. Okay,
No.
but yeah, I've been.
I'm
done.
playing
I'm a
Eminem
Lions
and
fan.
Usher that whole fucking week. That's all I'm doing. So yeah.
So, hey, but you got Paul Wall though, bro. Mike Jones. What you talking about, JC?
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Hey,
Wow.
wow. Fuck Houston, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that
Sorry,
week,
yeah.
So it's not baseball season, so fuck Houston. Yeah, so
All right.
I'm good. Gentlemen.
that it? You
Next.
done?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right, divisional round. The matchups are this. Saturday on ESPN ABC, we got Houston at Baltimore. The Saturday night game on Fox is Green Bay at San Francisco. Sunday, NBC, about 2 o'clock Central Time, is Tampa Bay at Detroit, and then followed on CBS, Kansas City and Buffalo.
Holy shit.
Now, Nori,
Awesome.
all of your divisional round picks are in play.
Sweet.
Based on your bracket, you had San Francisco, Detroit, Baltimore, and Buffalo winning.
Okay.
Chicken Wing, only 3 are in play because you had Cleveland winning the divisional round. They're out. So, Rob, only 3 of yours are in play. You had Dallas in the divisional round, so they're out.
Stupid.
Yeah, you know.
DJ only has 2 in play with Dallas and Cleveland being out. And Phil has 2 in play with San Francisco and with Dallas and Cleveland being out. And of course, I've only got 3 in play. Cleveland being out. I had Buffalo, Detroit, San Francisco. getting-
Wait.
What?
I should have
Yeah.
2 in play because I
What?
picked Dallas to win.
Do you have your original winners were? You picked Dallas to win, but going to the next round, you said San Francisco, Detroit, Baltimore, and Cleveland.
JC,
Oh,
can
that's
you
what you're
post
saying.
our
Okay,
brackets
I
in
see
the
what
Discord?
you're saying. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'll
Yeah.
screenshot and post afterward. My bad.
Yeah. I see
Appreciate
what you're
it.
saying.
Appreciate
Okay, so
it.
you're saying based on my winners, I have 3 in play. Is what you're
Yes.
saying?
Correct.
Okay.
I-
Meaning he has
My
he has
mistake.
one team, at least one team in the game
Yeah.
in one of the 3 games. Gotcha.
That's what you're
I
saying.
think out of all of us, Nori's the only one that still has all 4 potential picks alive. So
Oh, he can go fuck off. Okay, that's fine.
That's right.
I'm still bitter about 12 years ago.
Haters.
yeah.
I'm never not forgetting save my picks ever again. So
Yeah. Well, bracket challenge at this point. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
but for everyone else, let's just go real quick. Baltimore, Houston. Who's everyone running with? I'll say this.
Baltimore.
Right? Baltimore.
are we going in order?
Yeah, we can go in order. Why not? So, order be Nori, Rob, myself, DJ, Chicken Wing, Phil. Baltimore favored by 8.5. Nori, who you got?
Houston.
Really?
Look what they just did to the number 1 defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's not so out of place, and Lamar is not so amazing in the playoffs that I'm so convinced that they'll beat the Texans. They're better than the Texans, but they beat Cleveland like they were a fucking high school team. That's crazy.
All right, Rob.
Texans. I believe in CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
And I say fuck CJ Stroud and the Texans. I'm going with Baltimore. I'm counting on Houston to have their historical win the wild card, lose the divisional round. It's something they've always done.
Yeah,
Yes.
those Watson days are long gone, my
Norm.
man.
Well, this was even pre-Watson. This is just Houston Texans in general. But Baltimore's gonna be rested, and who knows how that weather's gonna be out there too. That area's gonna hit something. DJ.
Yeah, I'm going with Baltimore.
All right, Chicken Wing.
I'm going to Baltimore.
Phil.
I'm going Baltimore.
All right. Green Bay at San Francisco. Niners favored by 9.5. Chicken Wing, it's your team. What do you expect out of this game?
We beat their ass. That's what I expect. We don't look back. fuck them. On to the next. So Niners.
All right, Nori.
Is anybody picking Green Bay?
I guess it's a good question. We can ask that. Anyone going Green Bay?
No.
I'm not. I'm confidently picking San Francisco. I agree, Mike. I think they're gonna. Green Bay definitely has a bright future.
Love it.
But they're not. They just don't have the. I think now it's not only a coaching deficiency, but it's a. I mean, LaFleur's a decent coach, right? He just proved that he's a decent coach. He's doing a lot with less, but I think there's a talent deficiency between them and San Francisco, and San Francisco is just going to jam the fucking ball down their throat.
And we got the bye, and we're coming back healthy, so we're gonna be 100%.
All right, Tampa at Detroit. Rob, what are you expecting to see out of this one?
Detroit, hands down, not even close.
All right,
I fucking love it.
anyone picking the Bucks to beat the Lions?
No, I am gonna miss
Nope.
that. I'm telling you that Packers at Lions game would have been the highest ticket sales ever. Like Super Bowl prices.
Damn.
I think this game's going to be very close, honestly.
Yeah, Detroit's only favored by 6, so it could be close up until the end. I think it'll be close up until the fourth quarter, and then I think the Lions are going to run away with it. So, yeah. All right, and then finally, Kansas City at Buffalo. And good Lord, Buffalo's only favored by 2.5 at home. Weather permitting, God knows what's going to happen. Another storm is on its way in. Nori, who you got?
I'm sticking with my bracket on this one. I got Buffalo. Finally, Kansas City's never looked so vulnerable because until Kansas City makes a major trade before the draft or drafts a wide receiver or whatever the fuck they're gonna do, sign one for agency, I don't know. They don't. They look awful compared to last year. I think Buffalo is playing hot, like we all agree with. I think Buffalo. I hope they make a statement game and beat them convincingly. Even though I love Kansas City, I think I'm pretty confident we're getting a new champion this year.
All right, Rob.
Yeah, like I just got to go with the hot hand right now. Like, just Josh Allen's just looking kind of crazy right now. So yeah, Buffalo.
Definitely a hot hand.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo as well. Buffalo's the hottest team in the NFL right now, and I think they could potentially be riding this to their very first Super Bowl. So, DJ.
Yeah, Buffalo also.
All right, Shigwing.
I'm going Kansas City.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ride Mahomes like every other fucking sports announcer has been doing all season. So
Every
you know,
sports
Mahomes
named
this.
Chris Collinsworth. Yeah.
that's the major one. But
Yeah.
you got your other guilty party, Tony Romo. So yeah.
I mean, I cuck for Mahomes all the time too,
Yeah.
But
All right.
I don't know, man.
It's
And
This team, they don't look that good.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like so as McCarthy is to the Cowboys, I feel like the Chiefs are to the Bills. They're just like their kryptonite. And
Valid point.
I think the Chiefs, they just keep their streak alive.
oh, man.
There it is. Me and Phil are the outliers. Holy shit.
Oh, we'll see how it plays out. We'll talk about it next week. We'll go through and see how wild these divisional round games get. See if there's any other coaching changes, coaching hires, interviews. That's been like an interesting thing this year. A lot of teams announcing, hey, here's who we interviewed. Here's who we're going to interview. All this stuff like that. They're really being transparent about it. We'll talk all about that, and then we'll get into our discussion of the conference championship games. And Lord knows how that's setting up as well. So thank you, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of the Sports Minorities Podcast. Once again, I'm JC, your resident Titans fan. Joining me this week, we got...
Chicken wing. Y'all have a great night. Stay warm.
This is Nori, and I can't believe they re-signed McCarthy. I can't fucking believe it. Oh, my heart.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rob, the Lions fan. Go Lions! Just knock Baker out, please, so I can start cheering for my Bucks again. All right.
This is DJ, and I'm just here so I don't get fined.
This is Phil, current Lions fan. Hopefully Jags are taking a look at King Henry. I'd like to bring him in. What do you think, JC?
No, not that.
Well, what if they bring in Vrabel and King Henry?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't want Vrabel.
Damn. Could you imagine?
Man. Dear God, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that
I don't think Jags make a head coaching change. They don't. I think.
No,
I don't
Be right.
think so either. But it'd be
I don't
funny.
think so.
not gonna lie, I have expected DJ to say the same thing that he did about Anthony McCarthy. Thank you everyone
Absolutely.
for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities. Search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.
So JC, I do have a question for you. So knowing that your team's going to go to Detroit and you're going to have to deal with the weather being in about the low teens, the upper single digits, how are you prepared for your team to play in such wonderful
I
conditions?
saw that question. Like, motherfucker, you're an idiot. What journalist are you, dude? So, oh my God.
Bolts' answer was the best ever, bro. I
Oh my
fucking
God.
died.
He stared at her like, the fuck did you just ask me?
his answer was straight fire. Well, we're gonna be out there for those 10 seconds from the bus to the stadium. So I think we'll manage. I think we'll manage just fine. But thank you for the
Oh
question.
my God, that was so hilarious.